personality. He's 20 years old, and hey, just because you're a fighter doesn't mean you always have to be brooding and in a bad mood and rowdy. I like the balance that Brian has.
We continue live here on this beautiful Southern California Labor Day weekend. This is Golden Boy Fight Night on Facebook Watch. Now to the co-main event. Macias Cabrera has turned heads as he's put away 6 of the first 8 opponents he's faced. But his opponent tonight has never lost a fight either, unless he says the time his brother beat him up in his front yard. Get ready for the wild and woolly Neeco Macias.
Va a ser una muy buena oportunidad para mostrarme de lo que estamos hechos. Va a ser una pelea de tú a tú, va a ser una guerra arriba del ring y pues esperemos salir primeramente Dios con la mano en alto, sea como sea, decisión o knockout, lo que sea, pero vamos a ganar. Es un peleador agresivo, un peleador que va para adelante, que siempre está peleando de cuerpo a cuerpo, pero pienso que tenemos una muy buena estrategia para poder ganarle.
Gentlemen, we are live for co-main event. Introducing first, he'll be boxing out of the blue corner. Please welcome from Palm Desert, California, Neeco, the Rooster.
You know, Ryan Garcia is the main draw here tonight, but excuse me, I don't know if you heard me, but I was going to say that Ryan Garcia, the main draw here tonight, but second, no doubt about it, is this guy. Said he sold several hundred tickets. All his friends and family came down here to watch him tonight. And Mario, he has never been beaten.
Neeco Macias from nearby in Palm Desert, California. Always got a big smile on his face, getting quite the welcome here, and people really like this kid. You know, 2 cards in a row now with Facebook Watch, 2 undefeated prospects going up against each other, Todd. Kudos again to Robert Diaz and Golden Boy for putting together these great matches and fighters that are willing to risk it all and not afraid to get a blemish on their record at this point in their career. This is what makes you go to the next level and really stand out.
And yes, that is The Rooster by Alice in Chains playing right now. And he is the Rooster. Neeco Macias. Diana Jones, look at it. Is that there's a crying face and then love faces.
Judging by the emojis, I think that's a good thing.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the red corner, fighting out of Los Angeles, California, from Mexico, Distrito Federal, Mexico, the undefeated Marvin Cabrera.
Undefeated, 8-0, 6 of his wins have come by knockouts. Marvin Cabrera, obviously the toughest test for the Roosters' career, but vice versa. This guy's the toughest he's ever faced.
Marvin doesn't know how to lose. Marvin's got 6 knockouts out of his 8 fights in L.A., fight capital of the world, really. You get the best sparring. Great walkout song, too, by the way, from the movie Desperado. Just quick side note. His trainer is Daniel Ponce de Leon, former champion, and runs a tough gym. And he's had some wonderful sparring and preparation, so this is going to be a fun fight. Both fighters have their hands full.
You can see Cabrera doing some work here. That was his last fight, a big win over Wilfredo Cuevas. And Daniel Ponce de Leon connected with Marvin Cabrera on Facebook, believe it or not. There he is on the right of your screen. He's training Cabrera and says this kid's got it.
Well, that's a big, he knows from being in there. He's developed quite a reputation as a trainer now, Daniel Ponce de Leon. He's done quite well transitioning from the sport.
Ponce de Leon, the former junior featherweight champion of the world. There's your tail of the tape. Here's Jeremiah.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening from the beautiful Fantasy Spring Resort and Casino in Indio, California for our co-main event. This is Golden Boy Fight Night live on Facebook Watch. 8 rounds of a super welterweight division. be presented to you by Oscar de la Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions. Our 3 judges scoring the cards at ringside: Max DeLuca, David Denton, Edward Hernandez Sr., and a referee at the sound of the bell, Ray Corona. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the introductions. Introducing to you first, out of the blue corner, wearing the neon green. He officially rated at 153.8 pounds. His professional record consists of 16 victories, 9 wins by KO, and no defeats. From Palm Desert, California, he is the WBC USA champion, Neeco, the Rooster Macias. In boxing, out of the red corner, wearing the shimmering purple and green, he officially tipped the scales at 154 pounds. His professional record, also a perfect one. 8 victories, 6 wins by knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of Los Angeles, California, from Mexico City, Mexico, the undefeated Cabrera. Ladies and gentlemen, to give the instructions, our referee, Ray Corona.
Hey, they got this tied up. They got to tie him up. You got to tie him up. These big things. This is good right here. This is good right here. Listen to my commands. Touch gloves. God bless. Let's tie up those things.
And already Ray Corona saying you got to tie up those rat tails. Put them together or something. Can't have that flopping in the wind in here, so they're getting taped.
Ironically, Daniel Ponce de Leon, when he fought, used to have those rat tails, and now his fighter's opponent does. So maybe this is an ironic telltale sign. You know what's funny is Neeco Macias' smile has not left his face.
Yeah. Oh, he loves to fight. Him and his brother used to bang it out all the time. Now, you will be shocked at the work rate of the Rooster.
The Rooster getting right in there. Right in there in the mix.
That's all he does, ladies and gentlemen. Average punches thrown in this weight class, 100, or 56 rather, for a fighter. Neeco throws 114.
That is a busy work rate. You have to be well conditioned for that.
And when it comes to power punches, sorry Mario, the average in the junior middleweight division is 32.7. Neeco throws 103.1. Triple the normal power punch output.
TV friendly, and as you see him up close, even while the fight's on, he still fights with a smile. He's got like that crazy maniacal look in his eyes as he's stalking his opponent.
So when you know you got a guy that's going to be in your grill all night long, how do you beat it, Mario?
Well, you start establishing that job real quick. And you know, the thing is that Marvin Cabrera's got the reach advantage, and stick a stiff, hard jab right just to gain that respect. Because if you start doing this and engaging with a guy who's coming at you, throws over 100 punches around, odds are he's going to outwork you. So you want to slow him down a little bit, have him respect that space and distance, throw combinations of your own. Don't engage in a slugfest with a slugger, especially from the get. Nice little counter, though, from Cabrera.
Boxing purists will be horrified by the Rooster style. But for the rest of us and the fans here, they love it.
No, very, very friendly. You know, the Rooster wanting to perform in front of his hometown crowd right here. Meanwhile, Cabrera answering with some nice, feeling very comfortable in there. A lot of the slugfest in LA, too, you'll end up. A lot of tough Mexicans right in the trenches, fighting toe-to-toe. Cabrera answering with some nice uppercuts.
This is what he does, ladies and gentlemen. And he said his sparring's just like this. He said, I go in there and throw as many punches as I can every single round all day long.
I love it. I love it. It's a hell of a workout.
Look at him. He's pushing the referee out of the way.
He's getting the referee out of the way. The Rooster's even got little roosters on his socks. And he's not necessarily a heavy-handed guy. He doesn't have thudding one-punch power, but he overwhelms you.
If you're wondering, I'm sorry, if you're wondering where his nickname came from, he said, my fans said, listen, you're just like a fighting rooster. You'll fight to the death. That's what roosters do, and that's what I'm going to do.
I'm glad they gave him my name Rooster and not the Gamecocker.
Well, if he was from South Carolina, that's what he'd be. Good opening round as the crowd shows their support. Let's check in with Roxy Diaz.
Amazing first round that was, and Facebook is agreeing with you guys. Also, Rocky DeCinti says, I bet Neeco drank 36 Mountain Dews before the fight. Juan Mendez, I got 18-pack of Pabst Blue Ribbon on the Rooster. It seems like the Rooster is a favorite. Another one, Zayden, you are in for a treat. Neeco is amazing. One more, Alan Gartiz says, Rooster gonna get the KO. It surely looks like that by the first round. I'm gonna throw it back to you guys, Todd and Mario.
The comment where he said he had a bunch of Mountain Dews is
Follow that
perfect.
with the double jack straight left and work from there, okay?
And there's some of those punch stats I was telling you about, Mario. Off the charts when it comes to activity.
On the ropes, you gotta stay tight.
It's impressive that he's able to maintain that. So far he has. There hasn't been any hard counters coming back at him yet, but Marvin Cabrera is going to try to change that. He withstood that well, by the way. I think he knew what he was getting into, and he handled it well. Didn't seem to get too discouraged by it.
If you're talented like Marvin Cabrera is this matchup a nightmare for you or a dream come true? You got a guy that's going to be open for counters all night long.
I think initially it matters how you weather the storm. And like I said, I don't think Neeco Macias is that heavy-handed. We've got to be concerned about that one-punch knockout power. But it's so overwhelming that not only takes it so physically, but just psychologically, it just starts to weigh on you, and you start getting wore out. Meanwhile,
Macias debuted at the age of 22. He's now 27, 16-0. Not a power puncher, or doesn't have a lot of power in his power punches, but it's like death by 1,000 paper cuts, Mario. If he gets knockouts just by wearing you down, as we look at total punches through round one, Macias with 147 thrown.
That has to be a record of some sort. He overwhelms you, and you're right. They're not thunderous, but man, he doesn't seem to get faded when he gets countered, and he sticks to the same. It's like he only knows how to fight this one way, and it's been extremely effective for him. And Cabrera's got to start figuring out really quick how to time him.
There's Daniel Ponce de Leon in the corner of Marvin Cabrera.
Ahí.
Yes.
Eso, golpes sólidos.
Chance of Rooster.
Ahí. Eso es. Ahí.
He's essentially saying, there it is, there it is. There it is. He's talking about the counters. Keep working the uppercut, he's telling him. Counting with the left, he had some success with the left hooks, or pardon me, the right hooks, and some uppercuts.
El gancho izquierda.
He's asking for a left hook to the body.
Dale vuelta.
Turn on him, turn him. He's asking him to turn him.
Eso es, muévete, muévete.
He's asking him to move.
You hear fighters being asked to weather the storm. The only problem is when you're fighting Neeco Macias, the storm never gets done. It's 8 rounds long.
Whether he can maintain the perfect storm for all 8 rounds remains to be seen. That is a really, really high work rate.
Come on, man.
By the way, the smile's still there, the maniacal smile.
It's like the Joker.
It is.
He's about to blow something up.
But I love it. It's fun to watch.
You got to be in shape when you step in there with this guy, that's for sure.
Oh, you had to know what he was getting into, but look at now, he's really opening up. Cabrera answering, but not doing enough to have him earn his respect to take back.
Macias landed some of those shots on the inside. A good round for the Rooster. And those of you on Facebook are loving this fight.
Now listen. All he's gonna throw at you when you got him on the ropes is gonna be a right hook or an uppercut. When you see him lift up that over to throw your uppercut, crack him with a right hook. You know what I'm saying? Now listen.
Wow, 100%.
Your defense is great. Defense is good.
It's hard to argue with that, isn't it? What'd you say, Mario?
Yeah, I just the sheer volume, and Macias took the punches well too. Cabrera did a good job of countering some of the shots, but there were too few and far between.
Let's look at some replays, and of the 100 or so punches thrown that round by Macias, there's a couple that landed really flush.
Yeah, he does a good job of going upstairs and downstairs, a couple left hooks, and he smothers you, so he doesn't give you the space to really be effective with your counters because he completely smothers you and runs out to you. So much for a jab. I don't know if he's thrown a jab.
Does he know what a jab is?
Yeah, he's completely abandoned the jab. Literally from when the bell ran out.
We said, listen, Neeco, have you ever been knocked down? He said, yes. My brother knocked me down in the front yard with a body shot when it first started. He goes, ever since then, I've prepared, and I don't go down from body shots anymore.
I don't know what exactly, other than maybe a lot of core workout, but I think Cabrera would be wise to test that theory. Maybe try to answer a few shots.
We asked Macias how he gets this cardio conditioning like this, and he said, honestly, my dad turns the treadmill up as high as it goes and makes me run on it for 30 minutes straight.
Whoa.
So that's what he does for his cardio workout.
By the way, it's very dangerous because if you start getting fatigued, you can wipe out really quick.
But he doesn't get fatigued.
It really is impressive seeing it in person. And being in there, knowing how he's letting that just the leather fly. It's just
Take a step back.
Jello has the biggest grin on his face in the front row. He's laughing. He just loves what he's seeing.
We'll have the Golden Boy on here in a little bit. We got to ask him about this guy. Neeco, born in Lancaster, California, has 2 brothers and 1 sister. Can you imagine being one of the Macias brothers in that house?
Oh, man. Poor mom.
The dad told us yesterday when we said, what kind of kid was he growing up? He goes, let me put it this way. We went through about 1,000 babysitters.
Oh. Yeah. Could be, you know, for as hyper and as aggressive and as he is, there's something to be said for the discipline that's required to maintain this sort of punch output and stamina. Incredibly impressive. Meanwhile, Cabrera's having a little bit more success with his counters, but...
Well, Cabrera has been just sucked into this sphere. He has to fight Macias' fight now. He can't find a way out.
You're exactly right, John, and that's the problem. You don't want to fight a fighter and play to all of his strengths. That's exactly what it's just. Cabrera has completely abandoned the jab.
When he gets any space, like you said, Mario, he doesn't throw a punch. He just puts his hands up, preparing for the next onslaught.
I think he is overwhelmed by this coming to fruition. I'm sure he's heard about it, maybe even saw some tape. But when you're in, and you feel you can handle it by keeping him at bay with a jab, but hasn't been able to. Macias seems to be even getting stronger as it goes on.
You know, he reminds me a little bit, at least from his look and his work rate and his attitude, a little bit of Vinny Pazienza a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. A little baby Pazienza. Pazienza's work rate wasn't as busy, but definitely has the same look to him.
Whose was? Whose is? No one outworks the Rooster, ladies and gentlemen.
Nick Macias just told him, good round. He just told his opponent, good round.
Let's hear from Roxy.
I'm right here ringside with Chaz, Neeco's little brother, who is also a champ himself. You were saying that this is just his style of fighting. He doesn't stop.
Yeah, he's just warming up. He's got plenty more in his gas tank. He's just going to keep coming. Hope this guy's ready for a war for the 8 rounds.
I just know your brother is undefeated. So is a contender as well. What do you think is in store for your brother? When do you think he's probably going to get that KO?
If anything, if this guy makes it to the 5th round, I'll be shocked. Because it's coming close. I can already see him getting worn out.
You used to say that this was the way that you guys would fight in the front yard, but we want to know, do your sisters fight better than both of you guys put together?
Oh, man, my sister's scary. I want to mess with her.
I love it. Thank you so much. Back to you, Mario and Todd.
Imagine ringing that doorbell to take the sister out for a date.
Oh, man. Be careful. But he's probably right. The sister's probably the toughest one of the group.
Nope. Here he comes.
With a huge looping left hand.
He treats the bell to start a round like Usain Bolt does the gun to start a race.
196 punches thrown in round 3 by Neeco Macias. I don't know if it's physically possible.
It's an all-time record.
You can't. Almost 200 punches. I mean, Todd,
This kid is fun, fan-friendly, fights with passion.
Listen, I know a lot of you may be watching boxing for the first time just to see Ryan Garcia fight tonight. To put that in perspective, go outside, you don't have to hit anything. Throw your hands and punches shadowboxing 196 times, and let me know how you feel.
That's a great point you made right there, and there's classes just for that, and most people don't make it after one round. Meanwhile, he's throwing them, and throwing them hard, being extremely effective against a guy that can fight, a guy that's well-trained by Daniel Ponce de Leon, undefeated, has got 6 knockouts out of his 8 fights, but Macias, like a buzzsaw, just going right through him.
He's like that gnat in your face, you just can't get away, but this gnat will punch you.
And the thing that's so effective about this volume punching is, again, he smothers you, but he doesn't put his head, he still stays a bit upright, where he's not susceptible to big uppercuts by putting his head right in the middle of your chest. Look at him, he even steps back with a couple jabs to get his distance again as you're closing in. He's nuanced in there. It's not sloppy, and it's not, he really is nuanced in there. Neeco Macias can fight.
And listen, Armin Cabrera is no slouch, ladies and gentlemen. A former Mexican national champion at 152 pounds as an amateur. At the 2015 Pan American Games, he won a bronze medal. I mean, this guy's an extensive amateur career, undefeated professional, lots of power, but right now, Mario, he looks completely out of his element.
Completely out of his element, outclassed. I think he's in shock. Neeco's trainer, let's hear what he has to say.
Nice shot!
I mean, really winning the crowd over. And this is a guy you could really get behind. And like I said, Todd, I know the main event's Ryan Garcia, but what a treat with these 2 undefeated fighters. Twice in a row that we've gotten to see 2 undefeated prospects put on great fights.
What's the ceiling, though, for a guy like Neeco Macias? I mean, obviously, the skill level, who knows what it is, but he brings something that no other fighter in the world today brings.
He's a fighter that I think his ceiling is very, very high. Could reach the top with a championship, but I think it's a light that burns bright, but it's a short window with this style. All physical ability complemented with his nuanced style.
And they love it here in Indio.
Great reaction for the crowd.
Oye, vamos a sacarle el brazo, Mari. Vamos 3-1, Vamos perdiendo 2 rounds. 3 rounds perdiendo ya con este.
Again, smothering effectively. Nice overhand left, followed by an uppercut. Does a good job going up. So beautiful uppercut again. Both hands. Clubbing punches.
Ron saying the Rooster even hitting it with his rat tail.
Beautiful uppercuts right there. You would think the way he smothers, he'd be more susceptible to getting cut. So far, that hasn't been the case.
Stay with him.
I don't even think I've seen a clash of the heads.
Yeah, he's been cut twice in his career, has Macias, but that was back in 2014. He said the worst injury he's ever had was plantar fasciitis in his left heel. Said that really hurt him, but other than that, he said, I'm good to go. 27 years old.
This might be one of my new favorite fighters to watch. If I hear he's fighting, I'm going to make sure to tune in.
And you know with his attitude, there you go. Was that a jab, Mario?
Yeah, you know what he does? He's smart. When he doesn't like the distance, when he feels the other fighter's in position to set his punches, he'll step back with his jab to get the smothering distance that he wants.
Marvin Cabrera has been given a puzzle and has not put one piece in it. He cannot figure out Neeco Macias.
As soon as he tries to create a distance, he comes back lunging with the punch. Look at, boom.
He is a punching bag right now, and Macias is more than happy to just beat away.
Marvin Cabrera is like a heavy back at the gym right now.
Total 753 punches so far.
Oh my God, and that's just in 5. That's not even, we're not even done with 5 rounds.
And Cabrera's output's actually pretty good, 302, but compared to Macias, it's a drop in the bucket.
And that's just trying to close down difference. Jorquis Montaño says, yeah, my new favorite fighter. You know, I'm right there with you. I love this kid. He is such a joy to watch. He fights with passion, too, which I love.
We asked him what, does he love to fight? He said, yeah, I do, but he goes, what got me into boxing was the opportunities it gave me. He said, I'd never been on an airplane before, but when I was an amateur, I got to fly to Las Vegas. I got to stay in a nice hotel because I didn't get any of that stuff growing up. We were poor. So boxing's given me so many great opportunities, and I feel that I owe it to the sport to fight the way I do.
Awesome. If only more fighters had that attitude and respect for the sport.
And there's Cabrera landing a punch. We haven't really given him any credit at all, but at this point, is he just resigned himself to say, I'm going to fight off the ropes and hopefully land a power punch?
You know, I think he was trying to time him initially, but he can't measure the distance because Neeco does such a great job closing it so quick and coming back with lead right hands that you can't time it. The only thing that can is initially if you establish your jab, which he didn't. And now I think a lot of lives have been taken out of him.
Listen, if Macias can make it bigger in this sport, become somewhat of a household name, the sponsorship opportunities are endless. 5-hour energy, like someone said earlier, Mountain Dew.
Right. Energizer
batteries, yes. He just keeps going and going and going.
I love this style of fighting. I gotta say, I don't think I've ever seen this kind of outfit. Neeco Macias is fun to watch.
You are witnessing a human tornado. Neeco Macias.
Mari, ¿qué tienes? Dame el agua. ¿Cómo te sientes? Hay que usar la pierna para moverte, Mauri. Tienes que soltar golpes. Estamos bajo las tarjetas. No te rindas. Vamos a chingarle. Deja todo arriba del ring. ¿Qué pasó? Saca los huevos, saca coraje.
Josh Allen chiming in saying they should change his name to the Machine.
Yeah, apropos, Machine, Tornado, Hurricane.
Lucas Matisse might have an issue with that, but he just retired. He can pass that name on. Never saw any boxer boxing like this. The Rooster getting his powers from Joe Dirt Mullen. A Joe Dirt reference.
It's true. You see fighters smother, body attack. This relentless, I don't know if I've ever seen. Who are the 20%? Cabrera's got family, too.
You know, the doctor checking in there on Marvin Cabrera, making sure he wants to keep fighting.
Nose looks a little swollen, too, from Marvin Cabrera.
Marvin Cabrera looks like he just got out of a swimming pool. Oh, and he tried to land a shot, but it was the Rooster that caught him.
He's trying to time with those big shots as opposed to just timing a nice jab right now. But no.
I will say this, the left eye of the Rooster is beginning to swell shut.
Marvin's landed a couple counter shots. I didn't think anything too hard. But Macias could be a guy that just swells easy, a la Arturo Gatti. Some fighters, they step in the ring and start to swell.
The Rooster's that crazy kid in high school who used to eat bugs outside during recess.
Right.
And used to always want to fight people. But he's like the best one that's ever lived.
Well, I've got the Rooster pitching a shutout so far.
Facebook, you love him. 5 rounds to 0.
Agreeing with me. I think I might have got one of my rounds off on the scorecard there. It's okay. I'll draft it early. Macias will punch you in the shoulders, back, neck. Doesn't matter.
And he won't take a... You notice he has not taken one single break. He never just sits there for 1 second to take a deep breath.
No, right. You're right.
Kenneth says yes, the Energizer Bunny.
Maybe that rat tail has certain powers. By the way, I haven't seen that look in a minute. Good for him. I'm trying to bring it back.
Yeah, maybe he's like Samson. Maybe if someone cuts the rat tails off, he loses his energy.
Cabrera just completely overwhelmed.
And he says, his dad said he's like this all day long. You don't take him to the movie theater because he's going to talk during the whole movie. You don't take him to the mall when he's a kid because he runs away and you lose him.
The way he bobs and weaves in there and digs in with those uppercuts. He really is subtle and nuanced. Talk about inside fighting.
I'm excited about the post-fight interview. I want to hear what he says to Roxy Diaz.
He's going to love Roxy.
If his personality matches what he can do in the ring, this guy is a superstar. And you know what? Right now, Marvin Cabrera, I think, is starting to ask questions in his brain. Do I want to keep fighting? Because he's hanging his head low, he's not firing back, and our referee's taking a good look at it.
And like you mentioned earlier, Todd, this is a decorated, well-schooled fighter, undefeated, getting beat up tonight.
Look at him. Oh, wow. He is one crazy mofo, everybody.
Stay on him, and you're going to stop him, okay? Now listen to me and listen to my voice. Listen.
Let's take a look at the beginning of the round. Cabrera tries to launch a big shot. Boom. Macias beats him to it.
And they've called it off. It is a knockout win.
That is a knockout win. Complete overwhelming. Macias being a gentleman going over there. Impressive fight. Never have I seen anything.
A standing ovation for everybody.
Yeah, that kid. I think I'm going to stand myself.
A star is born
That was
in
a
India.
star-making performance right there from Neeco Macias.
Fear the rat tail, the Rooster, Neeco Macias, with his 17th win, his 10th stoppage.
He might have stolen the night on that one.
And he looks like he could go another 12 rounds. And I am not kidding.
He would fight in the main event if you asked him.
Roxy Diaz just got in the ring, and she's afraid that he might get too crazy and hit her. Yeah. He just wants to keep throwing punches.
Yeah, careful not get smothered there, Roxy.
What a fun fighter.
That was so much fun. I want to watch that guy fight all night.
And we still have Ryan Garcia coming up.
Looks of concern. Ponce de Leon, there's not much talking going on. They don't know what hit him. Just a tornado just ran through.
Good sportsmanship.
Very good sportsman. He seems like the nicest guy, ironically. It's great that he's got this jovial, happy personality. And I was talking earlier about you don't have to be a brooding, nasty, jerk individual to be a tough guy. Here we got a guy who didn't stop smiling the whole fight and was as tough as you get, throwing, my God, 1,000 punches. And I'm not exaggerating or close to it.
The question now is how many beers will Neeco and his brothers and his father and maybe his sister have tonight in celebration?
I don't think Neeco does anything half-ass. I think he's an excessive kid. He trains hard. He parties hard, I'm sure. And God bless him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the red corner stops the fight into round number 6. 3 minutes is the official time for your winner by KO. Ladies and gentlemen, the undefeated Neeco, the Rooster, Macias!
All right, Roxy, good luck. Go get him.
Neeco, first and foremost, congratulations on one amazing fight. We even had fans chiming in on Facebook. They're like, how many Mountain Dews did this guy drink before he got into the ring?
I first got to thank all the glory goes to God. He's given me so much. He's given me so much strength, so much support through my family. I have a great mom, a great dad, and a great team, and a lot of people in life don't have that, and I want to pray for everybody who doesn't. Miracles do happen.
You fight with so much passion. From round one, you stepped in, you let him know that you were an aggressor. Both of you guys came in as undefeated fighters. You came up on top. I have to know, where do you get the energy from? Your brother was ringside saying, I'd be surprised if he lasts 5 rounds. Were you surprised that he went 7?
Yes, I got all that energy. Honestly, a big thank you to Marvin Cabrera. Because knowing I was fighting him, I had to bring my best and train real hard at home, and then train hard, fight easy.
Something that I've never heard before. 190 moms is here. Congratulations on an amazing son. 196 punches thrown in just the 3rd round alone. How do you do it? We just don't see those type of numbers in boxing.
I just was warming up. I took it from the amateur style when I was younger and doing amateur boxing, and I kind of just carried it to the pros. And now it's not 3 rounds, it's 8 rounds, and I want to prove I'm a 10-round fighter, throwing 190 punches around if I can.
It's so amazing. It's so much fun to see you watch. I need to know what's behind that Joker smile, because it's kind of sinister. I'm scared watching you fight, because I'm like, this guy's got to quit. What is behind the smile while you're fighting?
I said it before, I'll say it again. We smile because we're confident, and we're so appreciative of what boxing has given us. And when we're finally in here, we're just happy to be here doing what we do.
Last but not least, I've been getting bullied all night long from one of our guys, Todd, right there with the white. Can you just give him that smile and that sinister laugh and tell him to leave me the hell alone tonight?
Please leave her alone.
All right.
And listen, back to you, Todd and Mario. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think we need to go drink some Pabst Blue Ribbon or Busch Light with the Rooster tonight. And I tell you this, Mario, I've been blessed to be able to travel the world. I've called thousands of fights in a lot of different combat sports. What we saw tonight was truly unique and truly special. A star was literally born right before our eyes.
I think it's going to be hard for him not to have stolen the show tonight. And he won over the fans. I fell in love with the guy. And then his interview, how can you not like him more? He had his mom right next to him. He's incredibly humble. He's appreciative of the opportunity. He works hard. He's got this great smile. It's just been a fun night, and what a fight. Incredibly impressive that he was able to keep up that work rate and be effective. Big things for the Rooster.
And you know who was into this fight as much as anybody? Oscar De La Hoya.
Oh, he was loving it. He kept mouthing to me like, oh my God, and can you believe this?
I bet this guy, if you gave him the right opponent, could sell this place out on his own and main event a future Facebook Watch show. You agree?
Absolutely, and I think Golden Boy is high on this kid, and it's big things for this kid to come. So much fun.
And he's so humble. He thanked God in his first. He's got it all, ladies and gentlemen. But does he have the skill to really crack the elite level of this division? That we will soon see. But he's got the work rate, he's got the heart, and he's got the punches. 1,000, over 1,000 punches thrown.
I wasn't exaggerating. It was over by, I thought I was exaggerating with 1,000. And by the way, that was what, 6 rounds, 7 rounds for 1,000? My God, can you imagine? Power punches thrown, over 1,000 power punches thrown. Landed 310.
Can you imagine if he went 12 rounds in a championship fight? He might reach 2,000.
5 jabs landed. All power.
A 4.5% percentage.
Oh my God.
Hey, but let's try and level the playing field. How much of this was